ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Alpha bromoester with zinc intermediate compound. Here carbanion addition means nucleophilic addition. In this nucleophilic addition reaction takes place. Nucleophilic addition reaction takes place to form an intermediate compound. This intermediate compound hydrolysis and heating, dehydration takes place, removal of water, it gives alpha beta unsaturated ester. This reaction is called as Reformatoski reaction. Okay, yes. And one more important named reaction, that is Beckmann's rearrangement reaction. Beckmann's rearrangement reaction. Right, next one is important reaction, Beckmann's rearrangement reaction. Beckmann's rearrangement. Beckmann's rearrangement reaction. Beckmann's rearrangement reaction. Okay, this is important reaction for competitive exams. Right, what is Beckmann's rearrangement reaction? Yes, ketones plus hydroxylamine NH2OH, formation of oximes with H2SO4 or PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride, to produce amides, CONH group, amides formation. Okay, this is called as Beckmann's rearrangement reaction. Okay, what is Beckmann's rearrangement reaction? Ketones on treatment with hydroxylamine. Okay, ketones on treatment with hydroxylamines to form oximes. Oximes reacts with the acid like H2SO4 or PCl5 amides formation. Okay, for example, here dimethyl ketone CH3 C double bond O CH3. This is dimethyl ketone. Dimethyl ketone. Dimethyl ketone on treatment with hydroxylamine NH2OH. Its name is hydroxylamine. So hydroxylamine on treatment with ketone, oxime formation. Okay, this is oxime, acetone oxime, CH3CH3, a double bond NOH. Okay, it is oxime formation. Now this oxime reacts with sulfuric acid H2SO4 or PCl5. H2SO4 or PCl5, a rearrangement takes place. That rearrangement is known as Beckmann's rearrangement. A rearrangement takes place to form CH3, C double bond O, NH and CH3. Okay. Here CONH bond is known as amide bonds, amides. So CH3, CONH, CH3 bond formation. Okay, this is the Beckmann's rearrangement reaction. What is Beckmann's rearrangement reaction? Oximes, especially oximes on treatment with sulfuric acid to form amides. This reaction is called as Beckmann's rearrangement reaction. Okay, for this reaction, how to write the reaction mechanism? Okay, now in this reaction, first of all, it is the oxime formation. Okay, from this oximes, especially oximes to amides formation is Beckmann's rearrangement. These oximes obtained from ketones with hydroxylamine oximes formation. So now here it is the oxime formation. So for this reaction mechanism, oxime carbon here CH3 and CH3 double bond NOH. This is oxime, here one lone pair of electrons. Okay, oxime, ketoxime, oxime reacts with acid like H2SO4. What happened here? Here breakage of, donation of this pair of electrons to proton, H plus. It gives CH3 carbon and CH3 a double bond NOH, here hydrogen, loss of pair of electrons, positive charge. Okay, positive charge. Yes, then what happened here? Oxonium ion. It is oxonium ion is less stable. Oxonium ion, it is a less stable. Oxonium ion less stable. So therefore immediately here what happened? This methyl group is migrates to nitrogen. As a result here removal of water, H2O. Okay, removal of water. That means here anti-migration takes place. Anti-migration takes place. Anti-migration means here OH group opposite side methyl, this methyl group is always migrates to nitrogen. Okay, this methyl group migrates from carbon to nitrogen, means here OH group opposite side, anti-migration takes place to form here carbon and CH3 group, loss of electrons, positive charge, here double bond N and CH3. Okay, now further it is reacts with water, H2O. What happened here? This oxygen donates pair of electrons to the electron deficient carbon atom. As a result, it gives carbon and CH3 and water, OH2. Loss of one pair of electrons, it is positive charge. Then here double bond N and CH3. This is also oxonium ion. So this oxonium ion is less stable. So immediately this pair of electrons shifted to oxygen, here releasing of minus H plus, it gives carbon and CH3 OH group, then double bond nitrogen and CH3 group. Okay, in this what happen here? Shifting of proton from oxygen to nitrogen. Okay, this hydrogen is shifted from oxygen to nitrogen. As a result, CH3 here, CH3 it becomes C double bond O. Next, single bond nitrogen NH and CH3. This is the final product, or it is also written like this. Example 2 for Beckmann's rearrangement reaction. Example 2, C6H5CO C6H5. Okay, diphenyl ketone. Diphenyl ketone reacts with hydroxylamine NH2OH and followed by sulfuric acid H2SO4. Okay, what happened? Beckmann's rearrangement reaction. Beckmann's rearrangement. How to write the product? Between carbonyl group and phenyl carbon, just you have to keep the NH bond. Okay, so C6H5 here CO C6H5. Between carbonyl carbon and pH phenyl group, just you have to keep NH bond. NH bond. Okay, this is the final product. Okay, diphenyl ketone reacts with hydroxylamine, oxime formation. Okay, and followed by sulfuric acid, rearrangement takes place and anti-migration. Rearrangement and anti-migration takes place. Finally, we are getting amide. Okay, C6H5CONHPH amide or benzoylide. It is also called as benzoylide. Benzoylide or CONH amide bond formation. Okay, now in this reaction, most important one is very important example. Very important example. C6H5 COCH3 group reacts with hydroxylamine NH2OH. Here A and B compounds are obtained. A and B compounds. A is the E-oxime. B is a Z-oxime. E-oxime and Z-oxime. Now further, this A-oxime on treatment with sulfuric acid, it is produced by C, and B-oxime is also treated with sulfuric acid, it is produced by D. What are A, B, C, D? Okay, what are A, B, C, D molecules in this reaction? Right now, C6H5COCH3 hydroxylamine means acetophenone. Okay, this is called as acetophenone. Okay, acetophenone COCH3 acetophenone. Acetophenone reacts with hydroxylamine NH2OH. Dehydration takes place. It gives oxime formation. That oxime is C6H5, here C and CH3, a double bond NOH. Here nitrogen, it possesses one pair of electrons. Okay, this is called as oxime. Now this oxime is written like E-oxime and Z-oxime. Okay, it is the general oxime formation, removal of water molecule oxime formation. How to write the E-oxime and Z-oxime? In this case, here E-oxime means carbon double bond N OH group, here lone pair of electrons. This is C6H5 benzene ring, phenyl ring, and here CH3. Okay, based on the priority order, oxygen, here lone pair of electrons. Lone pair of electrons always gets least priority. So oxygen is first priority, lone pair second priority. According to CIP rules, Kahn, Ingold, Prelog sequence rules. According to CIP rules, oxygen first priority, lone pair of electrons second priority. Now in this case here carbon and phenyl. Phenyl group is first priority and methyl group is second priority. Okay, here 1 1 same priority groups are opposite side, same priority groups opposite side like trans. That trans structure is nothing but E-oxime. Okay, it is E-oxime. E-oxime. Then how to write the Z-oxime? Z-oxime, C double bond NOH. Here lone pair of electrons. Just this phenyl group is right side of the carbon and methyl group is left side. Okay, now in this case oxygen always first priority, lone pairs second priority, phenyl group first priority, methyl group second priority. Same priorities, same side of double bond. Here same priorities, same side of double bond. Same priority groups are same side of the double bond, that is called as Z configuration. So it is a Z-oxime. Same priority groups same side, Z configuration. Same priority groups opposite side of the double bond, that is E configuration. So that's why this is E-oxime, Z-oxime, or it is also called as E configuration, and this is Z configuration. E configuration and Z configuration. Right now, this E-oxime reacts with H2SO4. Okay, what happened here? Anti-migration takes place. Here OH group. OH group opposite side, phenyl group. So this phenyl group is migrates from carbon to nitrogen. Okay, as a result what happened? CH3, CO, NH and PH. So therefore product obtained is CH3, C double bond O, here N, H and PH. Okay, this is the compound C. Next, this is on treatment with sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Here OH group opposite side, methyl group. Methyl migrates to nitrogen atom. Methyl anti-migration takes place. So methyl group migrates from carbon to nitrogen. As a result what happened? This carbon is converted into carbonyl carbon and methyl group is present on the nitrogen atom. So it gives C6H5CO and NHCH3. Okay, so here A compound is, this is A compound, E-oxime, A compound, and B compound is Z-oxime, and C is CH3CO and H, PH, N-phenyl estamide, N-methyl benzamide. Okay, this is N-phenyl acetamide, N-phenyl estamide. Here it is N-methyl benzamide. Okay, N-phenyl acetamide formation. It is N-methyl benzamide formation. Okay, benzamide formation. Okay, this is most important one. Once again, ketones with hydroxylamine, E-oxime, Z-oxime. So these oximes reacts with sulfuric acid, C and oxidation. What happened? This oxidizing agent releases oxygen which is attached to the aldehyde group. So this aldehyde group is converted into acid, CH3COOH. Carboxylic acid, or it is acetic acid. It is a acetaldehyde molecule. Okay, acetaldehyde molecule. Acetaldehyde, acetic acid. In this acetaldehyde molecule, number of carbons? Only 2 carbons. In this number of carbons, only 2 carbons. So what happened here? Aldehyde converted to acid. So aldehydes upon oxidation, same number of carbons containing carboxylic acid is obtained. Acetaldehyde with 2 carbons, acetic acid with 2 carbons. Same number of carbons containing carboxylic acid is obtained. This is in the case of aldehydes. And ketones. Okay, ketones, CH3 C double bond O, CH3. This is ketone. Okay, ketone with strong oxidizing agent, oxidation. What happened here? Breakage of this bond. Breakage of this bond. This carbon is converted into acid. It is also converted to acid. So here CO group converted to acid, CH3COOH, formation of acetic acid, CH3COOH, plus this carbon is also converted into acid. So single carbon containing acid is HCOOH. Okay, in the reactant total carbons 3 carbons. In this acid carbons only 2. In this acid carbons only 1. Okay, now the ketones oxidation with strong oxidizing agents, 2 acids are obtained, but when compared to reactant, here 3 carbons only 2 carbons, less number of carbons. Here 3 carbons 1 carbon, less number of carbons, but acids are 2 acids. So that's why ketones upon oxidation to form less number of carbons containing less number of carbons when compared to reactant, less number of carbons containing more number of carboxylic acids, means 1 2. Here 2 acids are obtained, but here only 1 acid in the case of aldehydes. So that's why ketones upon oxidation, less number of carbons containing more number of carboxylic acids are obtained, but in the case of aldehydes, same number of carbons containing carboxylic acids are obtained. Okay, yes, and one more example for oxidation reaction. The next example is one more example for oxidation reaction, and another example CH3 CH2 CHO reaction with K2Cr2 O7 by H plus. Okay, and one more example in the case of ketones, CH3 CO CH2 CH3. Okay, oxidation. What are the products obtained in this reaction? Here it is very simple. Aldehyde group, aldehyde upon oxidation, same number of carbons containing carboxylic acid. So here 1 2 3 carbons are there. So 3 carbons containing carboxylic acid is propanoic acid, CH3CH2COH. But it is a ketone, 2-butanone. Okay, 2-butanone oxidation. 2-butanone oxidation, here possibilities. CH3, C double bond O, and CH2, CH3. Okay, here numbering first carbon, second carbon, and third carbon. Possibilities. Here cleavage of C to C3. Cleavage of C to C3. What happened? Here breakage of C to C3. This carbon converted into acid and it is also converted to acid. CH3 COOH, CH3 COOH. So two acids are obtained, CH3 COOH plus CH3 COH. This is one possibility. And another possibility, you have 1 and 2, first carbon and second carbon. Cleavage of C1 C2 carbon. So here cleavage of C1 C2 carbon. Now the product is, here this carbon is converted into acid, it is also converted to acid, means 1, 2, 3 carbons, here 1 carbon. So 1 carbon acid is formic acid and 3 carbons acid is propanoic acid, CH3 CH2 COH. Okay, this is the difference between aldehydes oxidation and ketones oxidation. Okay, aldehydes upon oxidation, same number of carbons containing carboxylic acids, and ketones oxidation, less number of carbons containing more number of carboxylic acids. Yes, and another one is reduction reaction. Reduction reaction. Reduction reactions. Reduction reactions. Reduction reactions. Clemmensen reduction reaction. Clemmensen reduction reaction. And another one is Wolff-Kishner reduction reaction. Wolff-Kishner reduction reaction. Okay, both aldehydes and ketones reduced in the presence of Clemmensen reduction and Wolff-Kishner reduction. Yes, in the case of Clemmensen reduction, carbonyl group, C double bond O group, this is carbonyl group. So carbonyl compounds means aldehydes and ketones. Okay, carbonyl compounds reduced in the presence of Clemmensen reagent, that is amalgamated zinc and HCl. This is called as Clemmensen reagent. In the presence of Clemmensen reagent, this carbonyl group is converted into C, like this, CH2 group conversion. CO group is reduced to CH2 group in the presence of Clemmensen reagent. So therefore, for example, if you take here CH3CHO acetaldehyde, in the presence of Clemmensen reagent, Hg amalgamated zinc plus HCl. Okay, what happened here? Here from this, here 4 hydrogens are releases. So these 2 hydrogens attached to the carbon CH3 here H is there, remaining 2 hydrogens. So here CO group is converted into CH2 group. It is called as ethane, alkane plus water formation. Similarly, ketones. Ketones are also reduced to Clemmensen reagent in the presence of Clemmensen reagent. This ketone is reduced to CO group is converted into CH2. So here CH3, CH2 and CH3. This is called as propane plus water. Propane plus water. In the presence of Clemmensen reagent, aldehydes and ketones are converted into corresponding hydrocarbons or corresponding alkanes. Okay, this is Clemmensen reduction. What is Wolff-Kishner reduction? Your function is same but reagent is different. C double bond O group, C double bond O group. This is also a carbonyl compound. Okay, carbonyl compound. Now this carbonyl compound is treated with hydrazine, NH2 hydrazine formation. Now hydrazine with carbonyl compound is converted into hydrazone, carbon and double bond nitrogen NH2. Okay, now this hydrazone is treated with KOH and followed by ethylene glycol. It is also converted into CH2 group plus liberation of nitrogen gas. Same function, CO group is converted into CH2 group. CO group to CH2 group. In this case also same, CO group is converted into CH2 group. That means carbonyl compound is converted into corresponding hydrocarbon. So now example is CH3CHO acetaldehyde reacts with hydrazine N2H4 and followed by KOH or NaOH ethylene glycol. It is also converted into alkane CH3 plus N2. Same ketone CH3CO ketone with hydrazine N2H4 and followed by KOH ethylene glycol. It is also produced by propane CH3 propane plus nitrogen gas, propane formation. In both the cases, Clemmensen reagent and Wolff-Kishner reagent, carbonyl compounds are converted into corresponding hydrocarbons. Simple example and one more example with lithium aluminum hydride reduction. Aldehyde CH3CHO aldehyde with lithium aluminum hydride. Aldehydes reduced to alcohols. Primary alcohols formation. Similarly, ketones CH3COCH3 ketones with lithium aluminum hydride. This keto group is reduced to secondary alcohols CH3CHOH CH3. This is secondary alcohol formation. Aldehydes reduced to primary alcohols, ketones reduced to secondary alcohols. Yes, and one more important example is RCH2 CH double bond CH, CH2 and CHO, CHO group. Double bond, single bond, single bond, double bond. This is isolated double bond. Similarly, R CH2, CH double bond, CH single bond, C double bond O. This is double bond, single bond, double bond means it is a conjugated. Okay, conjugated. Lithium aluminum hydride is added to this isolated aldehyde. Only aldehyde group is reduced to alcohol. Isolated double bond retains same. Therefore, product obtained is RCH2, CH double bond CH, here CH2, CH2OH. In this case, here lithium aluminum hydride is added, LiAlH result. Both conjugated C double bond C and aldehyde group both are reduces. So we are getting CH2 and CH2, here CH2 and CH2OH. Okay, what is the difference between these two? Lithium aluminum hydride reduces aldehyde to alcohol but not isolated C double bond C. But in the presence of lithium aluminum hydride, it is reduces aldehyde and also conjugated C double bond C. But NaBH4 is added to this one. Only aldehydes are reduces but not isolated and conjugated double bond C double bond C. Therefore, here note NaBH4 sodium borohydride does not reduces isolated and conjugated C double bond C, but it reduces aldehydes only. Okay, in these two reactions, NaBH4 is added. This NaBH4 reduces only aldehyde to alcohol, but not reduced by isolated C double bond C, conjugated C double bond C. But in the case of lithium aluminum hydride, isolated C double bond C cannot be reduces. This is retained same. But conjugated C double bond C and aldehydes are reduces to alcohols. If we are adding H2 by catalyst, what happen? H2 by catalyst, all the C double bond C isolated and conjugated and aldehyde groups are also reduces. So therefore, here H2 by catalyst reduces all aldehydes, isolated double bonds and conjugated double bonds. Lithium aluminum hydride isolated C double bond C cannot be reduces. Okay, but conjugated reduces. NaBH4 sodium borohydride, NaBH4, it does not reduces conjugated and also isolated C double bond C. Okay, this is about reduction reactions in carbonyl compounds.
ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.